Welcome everyone. This is me, Mustafa Shahid, and we have Cohen Powell with us, and we are from OPM Tools. The topic for today is AI. Now, AI has been the keyword and the buzzword since the last entire year. The hype has been growing on and on with ChatGPT, Gemini, this and that, AI for chatbots, AI for voice calls, AI for I don't know what. Everything that I could think of, AI has already covered it. So, does AI replace us? Does AI assist us? It's entirely up to us on how we utilize it. And when we talk about AI, the people who are supposed to use the AI have three questions. And when it comes to businesses, these three questions are very important. Number one, what is AI? Why do we need it? Number two, even if we need it, how do I learn it? Or do I need to hire more people for that? Do I need to increase my expenses? And number three, even if I learn it or I hire someone, even if I utilize it and implement it within my existing system, will it be worth it? But I mean, would it make such a difference that I could feel that AI actually assisted me with something greater than what I could have achieved on my own? So, this entire quarter of 2025, me and Cohen will be going over what AI can do for you and how to utilize AI within the OPM Tools software, which consists of conversation AI, voice AI, funnel AI, image AI, content AI, and workflow AI. And the reason we are going in each of these AI tools within the OPM Tools software is we want to show you how you can utilize it and how you can make it so that you are utilizing all of its features from basic to advanced in order to facilitate your day-to-day task and your overall business, marketing, and sales operations. So, starting off, we have Conversation AI. And if you can see, I'm using an app. It's called Gamma.app. And no, I'm not a sponsor. It's not a sponsored video. It's an AI tool which helps me create amazing presentations based on a prompt. So I just need to give it a prompt that I'm trying to make a presentation of something like this. This is the details. Please make me an amazing looking presentation. And within 2 to 3 minutes, it generates this entirely amazing presentation with the images, with the positioning of the title and the images and the description and all. So even right now, me personally, I'm using AI as well. And that's how this presentation is made. So the first topic for 2025, January 7th, is Conversation AI. Now, what is Conversation AI? It's as it says, it's an AI tool that is being used for the conversation part wherever applicable. It could be on text messages, it could be on your Facebook or Instagram DMs, it could be on live chat. And if you have WhatsApp, it can be applicable on that as well. So let's not waste a second further and take a deeper dive into it. Give me a second while I change it. All right. So, what is Conversation AI? It's a combination of automated interactions and it's a cross platform reach. So, it can use multiple different messaging channels, SMS, email, chat platforms to ensure a consistent experience and it automates customer interactions. It can do follow ups, it can continue the conversation the way you want it to do, and it can handle any and all type of queries that you put into it, and you can even test it out to train the bot so that it's covering the answers in the way that you want it to be. And what I mean by that is you can make it so that the bot is using your lingo, your verbiage, the trends or the words that you use in your business circle. It could be even something about the inside jokes that you have that your clients would understand. So you can mimic your personality within the bot so the bot behaves as if it's coming from a human itself. So you may be able to handle one or two conversations at a time, but the bot can handle multiple at the same time, 24/7. And no, it does not need to be paid. The messages would be paid, but the bot itself is not an employee that needs to be paid, or health benefits, or social security, or sick leaves, or holiday leaves. It can work 24/7, 365 days a year. And if it's a leap year, then 366 days as well. So, why use Conversation AI? Number one, it would save you a lot of time. Automated responses to frequently asked questions would free up your valuable time because when you get the same question again and again from different people, we get frustrated. So, what we want is someone else to take over that Then we have the cost reduction. Now, AI itself comes with a cost. How can it reduce a cost when it's adding a cost? Because it will eliminate the need of extra team members to handle those queries, and it would save their time to focus on more important tasks. So even if everyone is able to save 3 to 4 hours every day by not having to respond to all these new queries that you might be receiving on your email or on your text messages or on your live chat, those hours would mean that those that saved time can be utilized into much more productive manner. And then you have a scalable communication. So it can handle a high volume of inquiries simultaneously, enhancing scalability. You can make sure that the same message is being sent across all channels, and you can also make sure there are no slip ups. Every message that is being sent out by using the conversation AI will be of the same tone, of the same verbiage, having the same message, the way you want it to be. There will be no slip ups, there will be no mistakes. So you can ensure efficiency while maintaining a standard which might be difficult when it comes to humans. So again, I'm on team humans. I'm not trying to diss them, but AI can do some tasks better than us, and it's time that we accept that. And then we utilize it as well. So, what are the key use cases when it comes to using conversation AI? So, conversation AI can be used for customer support. It's around the clock, 24/7 customer support. It can handle all your FAQs, your Q&As, your troubleshooting, your support basically. It can do everything, and it's based off on the information that you give it. So basically you give your website, you give a list of FAQs, and you keep testing it out just to make sure that every possible case scenario is completed. And with every information that you gain, you can keep plugging it in to make it more better and better. So it can handle the entirety of customer support, the chat based customer support. And honestly, this is something which I saw and it terrified me. A lot of the people who were in the customer support text based jobs are scared of losing their jobs because A is much cheaper, B available 24/7, and C it's much more faster, optimized, and it's consistent across the board. Then the another use case for conversation AI would be lead qualification. You can set up conversation AI to qualify the leads according to the criteria that you give it. So if you need a business name, if you need a business email, the business needs to have a location, a business needs to have let's say with a location, what else would it might need? It would need some area, some square footage. Maybe that business needs a space where people can come in. All of the questions which are your criteria or your qualification questions, you can put those questions into the bot, so the bot would know what it needs to check on, and based on the answers it gets, it can qualify or disqualify a lead. So all that time spent over potential clients, that can be managed by using conversation AI. And then you can also trigger automated follow-up. So if someone is qualified and you want something else to happen, it can automate a follow-up so that they receive an email. It can hand it over to someone else, maybe the business owner, to go in and complete the conversation, make the sale, things like that. So it can trigger automated messages after inquiries or purchase to nurture leads. It can also check the intent of the customer. If the customer is in the awareness stage, if they are in the decision stage, if they are in the what's that called, the there's an awareness, the awareness stage, the decision stage, and then there's another stage in which they are ready to make the transactional. So okay, so the transactional stage where they're ready to make the payment. So it can understand the intent of the customer or the potential client and handle it accordingly. Moving forward, so how to make sure that, what all right, so when you see conversation AI in action, what would you be seeing? You would be looking at first the predefined prompts, because you'll have to use those and the knowledge bases that you create to understand the customer intent. The more knowledge, the more prompts you feed your chatbot or your conversation bot, the more it will be able to understand what to look for. So if you want to keep it completely general, it can stay general. If you want it to be completely precise, knowing about every test case, every use case, you'll have to feed that information. Once it's trained, it's on its own. So I think it's not that much different when you hire someone, you bring them on, you hand them an SOP, you hand them some sort of a documentation in which they learn about the do's and don'ts. The same more or less amount of effort will go into the conversation AI as well. But once it's made, it's done. You can clone it, you can duplicate it. You don't have to do the same thing over and over again for every different bot. So it's a one time deal. Once you have done that, it's updated across the board. The secondly is the seamless integrations. And why does this matter? Seamless integration matters because you can utilize these conversation AIs with workflows and with other features as well. So if you want to update a contact field, let's say the business name during a conversation, it can do that. If you want to update the business niche, if the what niche is the business belonging to, it can do that. Whatever you want, or not whatever, there are some limitations, but even with those limitations, the area is so much big. If you want the bot to book an appointment automatically and understand when a person is needing to get more information or get in touch with the owner of the business, the chatbot can automatically suggest to book an appointment and even give out the next few dates. So it would be something like this: hey, would you mind meeting me tomorrow at 7 a.m. or 9 a.m.? If you say yes, that appointment will automatically then get booked and you would receive an email notification. So things like that can happen as well. Again, it all depends upon how you want to use it, as basic or as advanced. This week or today, we are going to show you the basic version. And even when we talk about the basic version, to me personally, it feels advanced. So just imagine what the actual advanced would be. And by the way, I would tell you at the end what the advanced is. So moving forward, how to set up conversation AI. In order to set up conversation AI, you need to go to your sub account, go to settings, click on conversation AI, and add a bot. Now, then you have to populate the knowledge base, and don't worry, I'll be showing to you in real time right now what we did and how to do it for yourself as well. So the first step is to enable conversation AI, which has already been enabled for you in our sub accounts. Then you go to conversation AI and the settings, you add a bot, and then you just add the frequently asked questions, the responses, the trigger words, the knowledge base. You build out the knowledge base, you build out its prompt language, its intent, or what its goal is, and general guidelines and things like that. And in the advanced version, which we will be discussing next week, we would show you how to configure workflows. Now, workflows is something which is very dear to my heart. I love workflows. I love automations. Why is automations or workflows connected to conversation AI? Because if you have, let's say, 10 to 15, no, well, not 10 to 15, even 5 chatbots, each chatbot being specific to one nature. One could be an appointment booking, one could be a lead qualification, one could be a closer. A closer would mean close a sale, or one could be FAQs, and one could be something like a nurture chatbot. You can have as many chatbots as you want, and using workflows, you can switch the chatbot during a conversation with a client based on the client's replies. So if someone says, hey, I'm just looking to gather some information, you switch it within a workflow to the Q&A chatbot. If someone says, all right, I have enough information, I think I'd like to know about the pricing, or just I'm still confused, you switch it again to a closer chatbot, which is trained on how to handle such questions, on how to handle objections. Let me think. Objection handling chatbot. Yeah, that's a nice name for that. So you switch it to that, and then you keep switching it until you get either you get your required result, or the other person gets feds up and says, okay, I'm done. I don't want to SMS them anymore. They have an answer to everything. I don't want to ask them anything else. So anything that you want can happen. But again, the third part, the configure the workflows, will be happening next week. Today, we're just going to show you how to build these individual chatbots. Coming up next. So, what would be the common setup challenges? So, when you're working with setup, the challenges that you might face is one, and which is very important, the incomplete knowledge base. So, an incomplete or an unclear knowledge base can hinder accurate responses. If your business name or the services that your business offer is not exactly mentioned, the chatbot might not be able to say that. If there is something that which is present on your website, but it's not a complete information, then it can pull that data from the website, but it won't be able to complete the sentence if it does not have the accurate information. If I don't know who the person is behind, if on the website of Linkit Media it does not say that Michael Holt is the owner, then the chatbot wouldn't know about it. I'll have to add that manually. So you have to make sure that everything is in there, and you don't have to keep checking it. You can just test out the bot, and based on the results you get on the test, as we will show you again coming up today, you can see the responses you get, and then you can fine tune it over there as well. The second challenge is the overlap and triggers. So if you have a chatbot which is triggering multiple workflows or multiple steps at the same times, it could lead to some misfires. So you have to make sure, and you have to have a solid foundation to understand that which chatbot is doing what at what stage, so that you don't have any duplicate steps. You wouldn't want your potential client to be receiving the same message twice in a row in 555 seconds of time, and he's like bombarded with messages, and you're just worried which chatbot is sending that. How did that happen? So before you jump into it, you need to make sure that you understand the process and you have it all either documented, or the way I do it, I just draw it up on the blackboard so I can visualize it. So this chatbot is for this thing, that chatbot will be that thing, and this chatbot will come over here, and this and that, and whatever the flow I want, I visualize it by drawing it in front of me. So I would suggest you do the same, but if you find some other method which is more reasonable for you, go for that. So just make sure there's no duplication. All right, moving on. So let's start with the live demo of, again, I messed up. All right, with a live demo of how to create a chatbot. I'll be showing you how I made a lead qualification chatbot, how I set up the prompt, and how to test out the responses. And just a disclaimer, I did use the help of AI, which is ChatGPT, in order to assist me with this, because who can understand AI better than AI itself? That's my way of answering the AI question. So over here we have OPM tools, and it's our own sub account. Let us show you what happens. So when you go to settings and then you scroll down over conversation AI, you click on that, it will show you the different type of bots that you already have, or it will show you none of the bots because you don't have any. So all you need to do is click over here, create bot. It will give you 3 prompts. The first one is general Q&A, appointment booking, and start from scratch. The difference of these is the prompt which is entered in the general QA and the appointment booking would be different from each other. So those are already built out prompts. And if you start from scratch, you can build out your own prompt. And again, you can edit these prompts as well. It's not something set in stone, but just to assist you, we have given you a template which you can utilize. But if you think you want to do it completely on your own and you want to make some changes and you don't want a template, you can just start from scratch. This is what I do. So you can follow my footsteps. You can go on your own route. It's entirely up to you. All right, moving back. So I chose start from scratch. What happened was it opened me this screen. Let's go to edit. All right, perfect. It opened the screen in which I renamed it as a lead qualification bot. I had the option to choose one of these 3. If I turn it off, I can edit the bot, but so I'll just put this at off. I can edit the bot, I can play around with it, but it will not fire off right now. If I go to suggestive, what it will do is when I'm on the text screen, on the contact page, on the conversation page, and I'm sending a text out to a particular user or particular customer or contact, the AI will suggest the message. So I can just click on that message and hit send. It's the same way when you go to Google and you type something out and it completes your sentence. So think of it as Google. So you can just type out a few words and the AI will automatically generate a response for you. You can, however, type your own message out. You can click on the suggested message or do whatever you want, but um, it will not send out the SMS or the response automatically because it's a suggestion. And then is the autopilot, which will send messages automatically on its own. So when working with chatbots, I would prefer using autopilot so that I can train my bot to be a replica of me and work 24/7. If someone pays it to do that and I get free money, I'm happy with that as well. But until then, I'll let chatbot handle at least the work part of mine. So after that, I can define which channel I want it to be deployed on. The options I have currently are Instagram, Facebook, SMS, chat widget, which will be also can be called the SMS chat, and the live chat on my website as well. So for now, I have just chosen SMS, but then again, this shows that you can have a completely different chatbot for Instagram, Facebook, SMS, chat widget, and live chat. So you can have 5 of these just to cover each of those different channels. So the amount of chatbots is like amount of different versions that you can fine tune. You can keep one or you can keep 100. It entirely depends upon your strategy. So there's no standard about it. It's entirely up to you. Then once that's done, you scroll down into the advanced settings. You can give it a business name. You can give it a different business name if you wanted to. If you don't put anything, it will use your existing business name. But if you want it to be something else, let's say you want it to be OPM Tools AI. So it will say that I am OPM Tools AI. Just to build put that AI word over there. Or I can say it's a replica of Mustafa. Mustafa is dead. I'm the new Mustafa. Something like that. I can give it whatever name I want to. Then is the autopilot mode, in which I'll be configuring the settings. The settings are wait time before responding. So how much time do I want the AI to pause before responding? This is so that you don't want to send out immediate replies one after the another, nor do you want to keep such a big lag that the other person is not interested anymore. So it could be somewhere between 5 to 10 seconds is what I feel is the preferable range, but you can increase or decrease it as you want. Then we have the maximum messages a bot can send in a conversation. So why is that important? Because we don't want our bot to be in an infinite loop with some random irritating person who's enjoying sending out SMS to our bot, and the bot is trying to convince it, but it's unable to convince it because the other person knows it's an AI and they're just playing around. And what is happening on the front end for us, it's racking up our costs and our charges. So for me, I feel that 10 messages are way too much to convince someone or to qualify someone, but I can decrease it to 5, I can increase it to 15 or whatever I want. Then there's a third option which says send bot to sleep when I send a message manually or through a workflow. So if my bot is talking to Coven right now and I intervene and I message Coven directly, I want the chatbot to go to sleep. I don't want it to interfere between a conversation that I'm having with Coven, and I want it to be asleep for the next X hours. That X hours depends upon me. So I have set it to for 8 hours. If after 8 hours Coven responds and I'm unavailable, the chatbot will reply. So that's what the sleep means. So it will go to sleep for 8 hours, and after 8 hours, it will be active for Coven only again, but it will stay active for all the other people until I choose to interfere over there. So that's that. You click save. You can set that as a primary bot, but that's something I would go over in the next workshop. Then we go towards bot training. I think the first thing that comes is the bot. Yeah, we can start with this. Now, here we have two things. The first is web crawler. What is the web crawler? Enter your website or any domain, any URL you want, and the AI will crawl that website to get all the information that's existing on that website, either on a particular page, in a particular domain, or all the domain in not all the domain, all the URLs within that domain. All right. And it's not supposed to be entirely yours only. I can write my even my competitor's website right now and it will crawl it. There's no limitation on that. So I can just give it all my competitors' information and it will crawl all the information they have on their websites and get that data and utilize it for me. I can do that. I wouldn't suggest doing that because I feel that your unique identity is what makes you you. So just a heads up on that. The second thing which I feel is even more powerful is the customized bot responses. This part over here, you can add a list of Q&As. It could be the FAQs, it could be the use cases that you are aware of, and you can give it the question and you can type out the answer that you want the bot to send, and it could go on and on. Now the list of all the questions I have in front, how did I generate it? I went to ChatGPT, I told it to use my website overpowermarketing.com and give me a list of every question a user might have. So it just gave me a list of all the questions and the answers, and I just rephrased those answers to fit into my personality or my way of talking, and I just entered them. And the list can go for hundreds, even thousands of questions. And it's not something that you have to work on or make in one day or one week. You can keep fine tuning it over a period of time for the next 6 months, 1 year, as much time as you need. Why are we doing all of this? Because when you go over here to test your bot, this is the important part. Let's see what the conversation I had. I have sent in hello. He replied with, hey there, what's on your mind today? How can I help make your business dreams come true? So far, it is mimicking something like me, trying to be humorous. Then I say, I need help with marketing. How can you help? It said to me, we offer services like website design, Google Ads, email, blah, blah, blah. Then I said, I don't know about my challenges. What do you mean by that? He said, no worries. By challenges, I mean anything like increase in web traffic, improving ad performance, boosting social media engagement. Need help with any of those? I said, I don't know. And if you look at that, the IDK, I've been using a abbreviation. I'm not saying I don't know. I'm using IDK. It could be BRB, TTYL, any of the slogan that the millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, any one of them are using. You can input all of that data in here so that the bot can understand what that lingo means. So now you don't even have the generation gap differences. You can have your chatbot to bypass those differences and understand what the other person wants. So I said, I don't know. I just want to earn more by spending less. So it said, okay, got it. We offer services like Google Ads, email marketing, and SEO to help you earn more while spending less. Want to chat about a specific service? I said, sure. What do you recommend? And then it gave me its recommendation. It asked me if I need any details on how we can get started. I can say yes or no. Now, if I feel that any of these responses are not up to the standard that I wanted it to be, I have three options. One, I can click over here, these two star looking dots, and it will give me these this AI response, the answer composed by AI. And this is the prompt it utilized to give me that. And these are the knowledge chunks that it was using. The what services do you offer? And this was the answer of all the services it offered. Then I can either give it a thumbs up, which I'm hinting to the chatbot that this is a very good answer. Learn from it. Or I can do this and it will tell me, edit the response. What should have I said instead of what I already said? So I can keep it on a training. So you can edit your responses by utilizing the testing feature. You can have someone just test it out, or maybe you yourself on your free time, just to make sure that it's up to the standard of what you want it to be. Cancel. Then we go over to the bot goals. This is something that every business is looking at. What is the lead qualification bot supposed to do? Again, we have the test your bot on the right hand side. I can just click on this reverse button to reset the bot. And now we come with the prompt. The first part of the prompt is the personality. So the personality that I have entered, and again, everything you see in front of you, I have gotten from ChatGPT. It's not rocket science. You can easily get it from ChatGPT, Gemini AI, and other AI tools. And then using those answers that you get from these AI tools, you can rephrase it so that you can deliver the accurate prompt. So it's not hard at all. It's easy. It's very easy. It might take a little bit more time if you're doing it for the first time, or you can utilize our help. So we can do it for you since we understand you, or I think I understand you on some levels. So I can help you build that. So the personality that I told OPM Tools chatbot to do was that you are a witty, approachable AI bot representing my business. Your goal is to qualify leads and assist potential customers in a way that builds trust and leaves a great impression. You're helpful, a little humorous, not a lot, just a little, but always professional and respectful. Now, if I go even further down than that, I have when responding, use this. For example, I'd love to help, but I'm not quite equipped to handle appointments. Maybe one of your awesome team members can help you with that. I gave it example responses based on this prompt was, hey there, I'm your friendly neighborhood bot here to make your life easier, or at least try. What's the name of your business? Let's start there. So I gave it a few examples as well, just so that it can build out its personality. Then we have the intent. What is the goal of this chatbot? So if you hover your mouse over here, it will say this is what the bot's goal is. Use this space to define what is the bot looking for, or what the goal is, like assisting with question answers, booking an appointment, etc. So the message I set for it was, your goal is to qualify leads for my business by understanding their needs, gathering key information, and providing helpful answers to their questions. Use a conversational and friendly tone, add in subtle humor when appropriate, but always stay respectful and professional. Then, here's what you should do. Ask relevant questions to qualify the leads, such as their business name, services they need, their biggest challenges, and their budget. Offer helpful information about my business services if the lead asks questions, but keep responses concise and engaging. And then I gave it a further more examples as well. Example, intent in practice. If a lead says, can you help me grow my business? The bot can reply, absolutely. Helping business grow is kind of our thing. Kind of, again, is something like someone like Gen Z would be using. Can you tell me more about your business and what you're looking for? Let's see if you're a good fit for your goals. And then we have other things as well. Then we came to additional information. Now, these could be the SOPs. It could be anything that you feel is necessary. It's not exactly need to know, but nice to know. So important business info, why the conversation is happening, who the contact is, rules to follow. Add anything you need the bot to know, which will help it automate your conversations and respond to your contacts. Now, this is a generic, not a generic, I'd say it's a template prompt, which is always there. You can change it. I just feel like this is good enough for me. So the things it says is maintain a casual, purposeful, and concise tone, mirror the customer's language and manner of speaking. So it won't bore the person. And this is what I gathered when I was working with a lot of clients. People from the Midwestern have a different way of talking. People from the North have a different way of talking. People from the South have a different way of talking. So I want my bot to learn from the person it's talking to mimic their lingo, mimic their language or the words that they use. So if someone uses hey there, it will also reply with hey there and things like that, just to keep it a little bit personalized and to make the other person comfortable. Avoid using emojis, or you can even let it know to use emojis. Always use emojis, whatever the case is. And yeah, then you have some examples and use cases, avoid and use, and things like that. Now we move on to the final part. What are your actions? What do you want the bot to do? Do you want to book it? Do you want it to book an appointment? If that's what you want to do, click over here, select a calendar where it says Mustafa. Don't book an appointment, only send the booking link. I can enable that. It will disable all the three. Selecting this will stop the bot from booking the appointment and directly send the booking link to the contact. I can pause the responses after booking. I can trigger a workflow after booking, and then I can select which workflow I wanted to trigger. It could be update an opportunity status, internally notify Orin, send out an SMS, do this, do that, whatever you want. This is where I feel the bulk of chatbots is aimed for. What do you want the bot to do and how to do it? So if I want to book an appointment, trigger a workflow after booking, or transfer the employee post booking appointment. So it would transfer to a specific employee on successful appointment booking. And which employee would that be? Which bot am I talking about? It could be, or it could be a general Q&A. But if I think like, okay, I don't want to book an appointment, just leave that. So this is what I've already set up. I told the bot during the conversation, find out the information of the street address of the business name, and the website. Why? Because I just want that. You can want anything you want. But at this moment, only three fields are can be gathered using this particular bot. And those three fields are any of these from the list. It could be the existing fields, it could be custom fields, it could be anything that you want, from EIN number, subject, task, whatever you want it to be. So I just chose street address, website, and business name. What it is, it's the street address of the business. What is it? It's the website of the business. What is it? It's the name of the business. I click save. That's it. So during the conversation with the bot will be able to extract the business name when mentioned. It will ask for the business name. They say, okay, my business name is OPM Tools. And as soon as it says that or replies on that, that information is automatically gone to my contact page and plugged in. And again, a lot of businesses suffer from visiting their contacts within the software and seeing no first name, no last name, no email address, no additional information, just a phone number. Using a bot like that to automatically gather that data through a conversation can completely fill that void. Should you go for it? Depends upon you. Should you not? Depends upon you. So again, then we have this test your bot. So this is where I'm going to give you, the audience, which is Michael right now, the chance to shine. Michael, what should I send a message to? What message should I send to my bot?
What message should you send to your bot regarding the business?
Yeah, if someone lands on my website, or if someone wants to have a conversation with me, what would they say? If you just landed on my website, what questions would you have? Hello, can someone assist me?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I get it.
The bot would reply something like, hey there, need assistance for help with OPM tools, head to the help or support section in your sub account.
Yeah.
But
And then yeah, go ahead.
But I am on your website. See, now this gave me the response if someone is already within the system. If someone is on my website, they don't have access to the system. So all I need to do is go over here, decline this. If someone says they are on your website, got it. In order to get more information, no, the question was, who can you assist me? Got it. How can we assist you, or what is it that you're looking for? Train. Okay, it's been added. So let me just access it again. But I am on your website. Got it. How can we assist you, or what is it that you're looking for? I'm looking to increase my business sales. Hey there, we can help boost your sales through website design, Google Ads, email marketing, and more. What's your business name and biggest challenge right now? My name is business name would be ABC Company, and challenge is no money. Yeah, I mean, I like to test it. When you're testing an AI bot, just tackle them. So we offer services like website design, Google Ads, email marketing, and more, tailored to increase your sales. What's your top priority to tackle right now? What will give me the best ROI? Now, there might be some questions that you ask, and while testing out your bot, it will say, I do not know the answer to that question. Is there something else that I can help you with? Those responses are very important. Why? Because that means you have somewhat broken the AI, and now you can change those responses and train the bot again and again. So if you have a lot of team members who are just sitting idly, or if you want to just mess around with it, play with the bot so that it can understand what is needed to be said in which situation. So for the best ROI, services like Google Ads, SEO, and email marketing typically yield great results. It depends on your specific needs and goals. And then you can have a conversation on and on and on and on. And it's not just one conversation. Everyone who has access to the system can go in and keep on testing the bot. By clicking on thumbs up, it would mean to the bot that this is an accurate response. A thumb down would mean this response is inaccurate, it should be something else. And you can just play with it. So as soon as I turn this live, anyone who texts me an SMS on my number will start having a communication with the chatbot. So that's how simple it is. Now I can place that number inside a QR code. I can run that number on Facebook or Google Ads. I can put that number on Google My Business page and have people just test on it. And then the bot will be able to gather their phone number, their business name, their business website, their street address, and whatever else we want. So this is the very basic version of the bot itself. Is there anything else while I have the screen open that you want me to take a deeper dive at? Or
I,
is
can you
this
ask,
something?
can you ask it to have somebody call me? You know, 'cause
Okay.
it says to me, yeah, can
Yeah,
I talk to a live person?
call me. I'm not able to make calls, but our team can. Shall I collect your details so that they can reach out to you? Is that something an accurate response for you?
Yeah.
All right
And then
then.
I would give them my
What
phone number.
what details? I'm asking it.
Yeah.
Just need your name, phone number, and best time to call.
Great.
So if someone says that, now on the business end, what I would want it, if someone says has it shows the intention of wanting me to call them, I want the bot to notify me. And then as you saw previously, I can have it s- trigger a workflow
Yeah.
and then send it to me to notify me, Mustafa, call this person right now, or this person wants to call you and he's on your website. So we can have that entire thing set up.
Yeah. That's great.
And this is working. Imagine this, it's working 24/7 every day at all times. And the best part, it can handle multiple people messaging it on the same time. So it's not like putting people in a queue or you have to wait. Like you're responding to one person, you're like, just hold your horses, I'm getting there. You don't have to do that. The AI will just handle it on its own.
Hmm.
And
Great.
as soon as you interfere, if a human interferes that conversation, the bot will go to sleep. So you can keep the bot aside and you're like, okay, I can just do it by myself now, go to sleep, and I'll handle this conversation by myself.
Yeah.
Anything else that you feel like that I should explain or show a little bit more?
Do you get a history of the conversations that took place throughout the day, just in case the bot is acting up and not giving a good response, so somebody breaks away? Is there a tracking of the
Yeah.
conversation?
Yeah, this entire conversation, since this is a testing part, it will not show up, not the test. But on an actual one, this entire conversation will be shown on the conversations tab.
Oh, okay.
So you can just test it. You can just watch their entire history from there.
Can you see how many times the bot interacted throughout a day? So would you be able to see it? Because going into each conversation, I'm not sure I would know where to go, but could you see that yesterday the bot talked to 10 prospects or 10 email communications, somewhere to be able to track and see, hey, my bot was busy last night. He did a good job answering 10 or 12 or 15, or you know what, nobody's using that feature. It's just interesting to be able to come back and see how many times did my bot work for me yesterday, and then go have a way to go follow up. Because to try to go find all your conversations, maybe, you know, I don't know how hard or how easy that is to do, but just something that's going through my mind as a user. You see what I'm saying?
That is an amazing idea. I can try to make something like that, which would show me a daily report of how many people did my bot talk to yesterday, and that I can get that report and see, okay, these are the people that I need to check their conversations of,
Yeah.
just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is some.
Or if the bot, got stumped or said, like they said, hey, what, I need to talk to somebody, and they said, it didn't respond properly, or who knows, right? I mean, it's just a way to trust but verify the bot is doing its job, and that we're able to make sure that if there was any follow up needed, we could do it.
Absolutely. I will keep an eye out on that. That's an amazing question. Honestly, that's a very amazing question. It just gave me a load of ideas that we can play around with. I try to do something like that. And in the NetSuite class, in which we go into an advanced version by using the workflows and switching the bots from one to another, that's when I'll be able to answer that question. Would that be sufficient?
Yeah, yeah, no. Well,
Like always, at the end of our workshop, we like to show you some of the resources that we provide to our clients that basically allow them to take control of any problem that it might come across. So, say for example, you want to look up on how to do something. First things first. One moment. In the top right, you'll see this message icon. If you click on it, it will take you to the knowledge base. And basically, what the knowledge base is a bunch of articles that is available to you on a variety of topics throughout OPM tools. If you need help with anything, this would be the very first thing that you want to look through and see if you can do your own research and see if you can figure out any issues that you're coming across in OPM tools or any solutions that you want to find. Also, on the bottom of this area right here, there's normally another message icon. It's not here on this sub account, but normally it'll have it on your sub account. It will be a 24/7 live chat service. Basically, if you want to get in contact with one of us, you can use that feature and basically chat with us, ask us any questions that you might have, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Next up, we also have the submit request, which is on all sub accounts. Basically, what it is, you fill out the fields, you fill out what issue you might be coming across, and it will let us know that you're wanting to meet with us, and we will set up a Google Meet with you, and try to help you out live, face to face, and see if we can help you with any issue that you might be having. You can also find the support knowledge base down here as well. It'll be on a much wider screen, so it's not on this tiny little widget right here. But, yep, that is basically it. Did I miss anything, Mustafa? Well, I do want to thank all of you for showing up today. And want to thank Mustafa especially for his help on explaining Conversation AI. And next week, next Tuesday, which would be the 14th, I believe, of January, we're going to be going a little more in depth on Conversation AI, some more advanced techniques on how you can train it properly, train it better, and how it can better fit your company and your services that you provide. But I want to thank you all again for showing up, and we hope to see you next week.